Now that you have your module skeleton built, and so you have some places to put things, it's time to get some content in there. And obviously you can start building your own, but it's better to start with some content that's already created for you that you can then build off of. And that might just be commons in general. But in my district, we actually hired a handful of our teachers to work over the summer to build 3 to 6 weeks worth of course content for our teachers to pull from. So we're going to learn how to pull that information in now. So this is building off of the lesson that you already learned how to build, to import content. But basically what you need to do is you need to go to Commons, get the content and bring it in. But what I would suggest, and I always suggest this, is that if you are going to import a whole course and all of the courses that our staff created are whole courses, that you always create a new sandbox course to import that in. Never import directly into your real course or even your Pearl course that we're building right now, because they have settings in there as well, and it could really mess things up. So you import it into a sandbox, and then from there you copy it into your actual course. And that allows you to pick and choose what you want as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit start new course, and I'm going to say resource, and I know which one I'm going to get because I'm going to get Science 7, and so that's what I'm going to name it. Okay, so and you may create several of these courses. So now this is just another empty shell, and I'm going to come over here, and you notice that there is no icon. It's because the menu is collapsed, and just get me out of the way. And you see that the word Commons there, and then there's the missing icon. I have no idea why the icon isn't there, but it isn't. So click on Commons. Now, in our district, we've paid for the feature where we can search and share things just within our district, which is a fantastic tool. So we're going to go over here to filter. And the first thing that we want to do is actually go all the way down, and we want to hit Lebanon Community Schools right here at the bottom, because that's going to only show our resources. Remember, we're trying to find those resource courses. Okay. And so that filters it to that. And we can continue to filter more if we want to. But if you're looking for a course that is specifically one that we created, you could even hit this button right here. And that's only going to show content that has this little purple check mark on it. And what I've done is I've gone to all the courses that I've created, and I have put the purple, or I've basically called it institutionally approved content because it's been approved by our admin team. And so that would filter it just to those things. Okay, so you see they all have purple. But even if you didn't click that, the ones that have that become the first ones. And so either way, it's good. And so then you're going to find the resource that you want to. You can either just scroll through and look for it. And most of them have followed a naming system where it says resource, then what the course is. So resource geometry, resource social studies. If there's a grade level, they've put that as well. Some of them don't, but you can figure it out. So I'm going to find the course that I want. I want Science 7. So I'm just going to type in Science, and there it is, Science 7. I'm going to click on it to open the course, and notice that it's got the icon right there, and it says the word course. That means that I definitely want to download it into a sandbox course. And I can see already that there's a bunch of resources here. Okay, and it tells me all the details that I want to know, etc., etc. And so I'm just going to hit import. Now this is, notice though, this is 2 gigabytes worth of space. Okay. And so this is another good point of why you should not download into your live course, because you only have 5 gigabytes of space in your entire course. And so if you download 2 gigabytes of space, 2 gigabytes worth of content, that uses almost half of your space up when you don't actually want all of these resources. You want some of them. Okay. So sandbox course first, then into yours. But this is going to take a while to download, so I won't show you each part of it, but we'll hit import. I'm going to find that course that I just created, resource science. Okay, my picture's not working, so we're just going to, whatever, import into course. And then it says you've started to successfully import it. That's going to take a while. And so while that's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and go back to my dashboard. And I'm going to go find the course that we've been working on, our Perl course. So Science Grade 7. Remember why it's called a Perl, okay? Because it's going to be a complete product inside the shell. And now what we want to do is we want to import existing content. So notice the difference here. It's not import from Commons. We're doing import existing content. This is content that is already contained. So import existing content. And now I'm going to hit select, copy a Canvas course. And I'm going to search for that course. So resource science. Okay. And so there's the course that I found. Now I'm not going to click all content. I'm going to click select specific content. And then if I was doing, let's say that I was importing a course from last year, I could adjust the events and dates, but I'm not going to do that here. Go ahead and hit import. And then it's waiting for me to select content. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and hit select content. Now this obviously is assuming that that I've already gone into the course after it's imported and chosen the resources that I want. As you can see, it's taking its time importing still, so I might not be able to do it here. I might have to choose a different course just to mock this up for you, but we'll try again. Yeah, so let's just try. I'm just going to try a different course, and we'll just say math. Let's see. Sorry. You know, I'm going to do it from the Canvas training course because I know that's there. Okay, Canvas training right there. Select specific content. Again, you would choose the actual resource courses. Select content. Okay, so now it pulls up all the settings. Now remember, if you are using, say like the course template, you need to download the files, okay? So anytime you're trying to download like images and stuff like that, you got to make sure you download the files. On the left here, you see this little arrow that's going to pop down a list. So let's say I wanted to download, bring into my course the full module. Okay, so I'm going to download that. Okay. Or maybe I just want a specific assignment. So let's just do a specific assignment. So I'll go to assignment and we're just going to download, hey, you know what's funny? We're going to use get templates and ideas from the Course Commons. That's funny. Okay. And I'm going to hit select content. And now it says it's queued, which means it's waiting to be downloaded. It's completed. And so now if I go to my assignments, I should be able to see it there. And there is that imported assignment. You notice that it created a category that's imported assignments, or a group, I'm sorry. Okay. So now when I go to my module view, and where would I put those resources? And so let's say that I've pulled in 4 or 5 different resources. Maybe I've pulled in that first or that whole second week worth of resources. Again, I'm just going to go up into the plus symbol here. I'm going to find wherever that assignment is, whatever I called it. So assignment, it's not showing it there. Page. Okay. Stick with me. Discussion. Oh, because it was the discussion. So there it is. Get templates and ideas from the Course Commons. Add item. And remember, it always takes it to the bottom. Drag it up to where you want it to be. Okay. And now you've used one of the resources from the courses that are created. And just like we're waiting for this to download so that I can actually look at it. But remember, you want to go into the course, and it will take a while for it to download. So this is showing it's just still taking, because again, it's 2 gigabytes worth of content, and so it's only a third of the way in. And I could probably go into assignments, and no assignments are even imported yet. It just takes some time. So you want to make sure maybe you hit import and then walk away for a little bit and come back later if it's a really big course. But you're going to want to keep this course in your dashboard so that you can then grab other resources other time. I want to give one more tip before we move on to the next lesson. Okay, remember we're looking at importing content from the resource courses that were created for you. The majority of it is actual content. Okay, so some of it is like homepages and stuff. And if one of the teachers has created a great homepage and it hits those buttons, then you should feel free to use that. But if it is, but most of what it is content. You may not want to get into content in that first week. Is that first week of school, you really want to be building those relationships, teaching students how to use Canvas by the assignments that you give them. And so it's okay to import that content and use it the second week or the third week, depending on where you're using it. But definitely use it. It was created for you. Okay. In the next video, we're going to look at just kind of the main things that should be inside of each module depending on your grade level. Okay.